Hi. How are you guys? How are you on this glorious, glorious start to the week? I see you guys have already been chatting up a storm. Um, I like to wait like 1 to 2 minutes. I like to make a fashionable entrance. What is that called when you're fashionably late? That's what I like to do. Um, anyway, welcome to this week's live stream. We are doing something a little different. I mean, not really, because we're drinking and talking. So is that really different? Pretty much no. But the topic at hand is dirty dancing, and we're going to be masking. Okay, I mean, I don't know if you're masking. That's what you're supposed to do. That's the rules. So I want to show you, I've got a lot of things to cover here, folks. Okay, first I'm going to say hello to some people. And I'm also going to check my setup, you know. There we go. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the stuff. Okay, so Better Off Red is here. Hi, Sarah. Of course, Tyler, my fabulous moderator who I owe my life to, is here. Let's see, Laura Libner. I better go get my pharmacy honey mask. Girl, you better. Go get it. Let's see, what else did I miss? Audra at home said, sorry, I'm downing a beer and contemplating my shower. Okay, girl. Contemplate away. Okay, let's see. Gail Leone. Hello, Gail. Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie. Lisa Blancett. Brandy Stagg. Hi to all you guys. Lauren's asking how I'm doing because I've had a little bit of a cough situation. I think it's gone, but you know what? I don't want to make any promises because I just might have a coughing attack at any moment. So, okay, so I wanted to, SW Swimbo says while making dinner. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what that says. Gail Leone, this is how much I love you, Kate. I do not like dirty dancing, but I want to hang out anyway. Gail, shame on you. Everyone, shame Gail. Shame. Shame. Shame, but really though, shame on you. But thank you so much for coming. I'm glad you're here. Okay. We're gonna get to dirty dance. Britt Clark is here. Hey girl, hey. I've got all the fabulous YouTube ladies here. Don't be jealous. Carla G says tequila sunrise in hand. Ooh, Carla's getting fancy. Jamie K, drinking red wine and doing long overdue work reports. Womp womp. Ooh, Jamie. Yikes. Well, I'm going to start masking because we've got a lot to discuss, okay? I am using my Sand and Sky Australian pink clay mask. This has been one of my favorite masks since I, got into masks. And they give you this little handy dandy, my little Vanna White, this little handy dandy brush. And we're gonna paint it on. And we're just gonna suck all that shit out of our skin. It's gonna be great. What are you guys masking? I'm gonna be mad if you're not masking. That was part of the deal, okay? Drinking and masking, those are the rules. Georgia said, drinking Pinot and working on my tax returns. Okay, well, guys, put down your tax returns, put down your work reports, because we have to talk about dirty dancing. It's very, very important, okay? All right, this is taking way too long, but I want to do it right here. If you guys haven't tried this mask, it is my favorite clay mask. I don't really know what Australian pink, how it's different, Australian pink clay from other clays, but I mean, whatever. I'm into it. I'm just into it. Okay, it's already drying. And I don't know how I'm going to be able to talk or move my face. This is just occurring to me. This is probably a terrible idea. But we're doing it anyway. Okay. So, first of all, I have to tell you guys, I have loved Dirty Dancing, as I'm sure many people have, except for Gail, since childhood. And the reason I thought to do this whole live stream is because the other night I went out for Valentine's Day with Randy. We went to one of our favorite restaurants in Harlem. It's called Hop House Harlem, and it was great. And they had this great soundtrack going of like Motown and just really retro tunes. And a lot of the tunes that were interspersed were definitely from Dirty Dancing. And so we got talking about that, and he's seen it like a few times, but it was because his little sister was watching it when he was little. And I was like, well, have you seen it as an adult? And he was like, it's been decades. And I was like, oh, well, we have to go home and watch it. I mean, are you cool going home and watching it? And he's like, okay. So we came home and watched Dirty Dancing until 2 a.m. And I feel like this is very high praise because Randy is a super, super film snob, almost to a point of, at times, irritation and annoyance. And he loves it. He loves it. He's like, this is a great movie. It's just a good, well-made movie. So I have, again, copious notes. As you can imagine, I have to get all my thoughts out there. But the first thing I wanted to tell you before I get into Dirty Dancing, see, there was a lot to cover. Oh my goodness, there's a super chat. Amy DeAngelis, I'm a new subscriber and I think you are flippin' super. Sending love from Victoria, Australia. Amy, thank you. Thank you for finding my channel. I really appreciate you sending me an Australian super chat. Not just a super chat, an Australian one. Also, for anyone who doesn't know what super chats are, I'm sure most people know at this point, but it's basically a way to send like a little sticker or a little love or a little comment or whatever you want to do and basically support the channel, but also no pressure, no pressure. But if you send something, it like lights up in bright colors for all to see. So thank you so much, Amy. So I have to tell you a story, and it's completely unrelated to Dirty Dancing, but I have to get it out there because I think you guys are going to understand. But it does actually relate to masking and getting older. The other night, I was working a coat check gig. Now I'm basically like a coat check expert. I don't know if you know that. I just happen to have like a couple of coat check jobs on the side because, you know, it's some good cash, you know what I mean? And so I was, you know, sitting there, had slowed down, and this older couple came out like in their 60s. It's on the Upper West Side, so they're definitely like regulars, like live in the nabe. And so the husband is noticing that it's very cold because in the coat check area, I'm actually kind of outside, and it was about 20 degrees outside. So I'm like in a puffy jacket and just a hat and like all the things. And he's like, you look cold. Are you okay? And I was like, oh, I'm good. I mean, I hear this like hours. It's just everyone coming through being like, oh, you look cold. You look cold. Are you okay? You're cold. Yes, I'm fine. He's like, oh, you look cold. Are you doing all right? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm used to this. And he's like, well, you know, I think you're kind of downplaying this. Like, you're very brave. You're very brave to be out here because it's not easy with this job you do. And I just want to let you know. And he goes, I was like, oh, well, thank you. That's nice of you. And he goes on. And then he's like, but you know what? You're young. You're young. You got years ahead of you. It just gets harder as you're older. And he repeated, you're young. And his wife intervened. And she said, well, ish. excuse me. She said, I'm young-ish. Yes, you're outraged. Thank you all for your outrage. I Marco Polo'd Michelle Wong and Sarah immediately. And I was like, okay, it's happened. It's finally happened. I'm 36. I want to go home and journal that on February 15th of 2020, I finally got my first comment about getting old. So just so everyone knows, I'm young-ish. Okay. Yeah, it's good. It's good times. Lisa Blancett, sent me $20. Thank you so much, Lisa. And oh my goodness, this is it's not a dancing pear. It's well, I don't know what the hell that is. It's adorable. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. I just had to get that story off my chest because yeah, I don't know what dynamic they had going on. Maybe there was a horrible argument earlier in the evening, and you know, maybe he like hits on all the young gals. You know, and I get it. That's annoying. I would be mad. But also I'm a sister. I'm a lady. We all know how tough it is. Don't take it out on me. Anyway, okay, great. I just had to share that. Okay, so people are responding. I just have to go and see what people said. Renee Klein, you're freaking young, silly girl. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. But no, youngish. There's a difference, Renee, okay? Let's see, Swimbo. I don't know how to pronounce this handle, but oh my God, wait till you're 59 and your face starts sliding off your head. Well, that's delightful. I can't wait. Maybe that's why she was upset. Okay. Allie, I'll be 40 this year. I think I still look very young. Well, Allie, I'm glad you feel that way, and I'm sure you do. EJW72, drop her coat next time. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, you really have all the control when you're a coat check. So, anyway, let's move on to the topic at hand, which is Dirty Dancing. Guys, I have really beefed up on my Dirty Dancing knowledge for this live chat. I just want you to know I took it very seriously. I watched the documentary on Netflix, which is called The Movies That Made Us. There is an episode all about Dirty Dancing, about how it got made. It's fascinating. I watched it twice, not once, but twice. I also listened to a podcast that Randy found called Junk Food Cinema, which is awesome. They did a whole Dirty Dancing episode, like broke it down. I also did my own research, and I just got on the interwebs and really dug into some trivia. So with that being said, I just have to say that I saw Dirty Dancing when I don't know how old I was, but all I remember is having heart palpitations over Patrick Swayze. Like, I mean, he, to me, was like John Travolta in Grease. It was like otherworldly. It was like sweaty palms. It was racing heart. It was crazy. Like, he is just so sexy in this movie. It's out of hand. And I know it feels like it doesn't need to be said, but I think we need to talk about it. I also heard someone say on the podcast I was listening to that, like, mullets have never been acceptable. But you don't really hear anyone talking shit about a Swayze mullet. You know what I mean? Like, do not come for a Swayze mullet because he pulls that off. I mean, I'm just saying. So yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about my thoughts. I'm going to break down the synopsis of the movie, which is hilarious because no one probably needs to hear that. We're going to do it anyway, in case someone's a dirty dancing virgin here. And then I'm going to go back up and read some of your comments. Okay, so presentation is about, oh my gosh, Anne, You sent me a flying pear, $10. Thank you so much, Anne. Thank you. Okay. Dirty Dancing. This is a synopsis written by Cate. Was based on a screenplay. Wow, this is going... I've already written this so terribly I can't read it. Okay. It's based on the screenwriter's experience growing up in the 1960s, and I do have her name. It is right here. It is Eleanor Bernstein. Okay. Oh, Sherry Ford. Oh my God, I'm 52 and I don't know if I'm youngish or oldish. I don't know if I'm youngish or oldish. Depends on the day. That's so true, Sherry. But it doesn't even matter because you sent me $49.99. Thank you so much. Thank you. Damn. Making it rain. Okay. Yes, Sherry Ford, you do rock. So Eleanor Bernstein wrote Dirty Dancing. It's basically, she'll say it's not autobiographical, but it definitely is. And she was basically Baby. So the Housemans go to an upscale summer resort in the Catskills called Kellerman's. Jennifer Grey, Baby, becomes enthralled with the staff at Kellerman's and learns that they all get together in the evenings and dirty dance. She falls for Johnny Castle, one of the star dancers at the resort, and becomes entangled in the lives of Johnny and his dance partner, Penny, who decides to have an abortion after one of the douchebag waitstaff gets her pregnant and leaves her high and dry. Baby takes Penny's place for one of her gigs with Johnny, and Baby and Johnny fall in love, and he teaches her how to dance. I feel like I literally am reading like like doing a presentation and I'm 12. Okay. This is a summary, okay? I skipped over a lot of things, but these are the really important points of the movie. So basically, it was written by, and I love this. I want to talk about this, even though like everyone's probably like boring. Well, listen, it wouldn't exist if not for these people. So it's a big freaking deal. It was written by Eleanor Bernstein, produced by Linda Gottlieb, and these are the two women who are responsible for this movie existing today. So we only have Eleanor and Linda to thank. I love that it's a women team, like a duo. And it was directed by Emile Ardolino. And if you watch the documentary, you're gonna hear them. Oh my god, super chats, Zina Mongilo, oh my goodness, $25, damn, thank you. And Lisa Frikovsky, love you, girl, thank you so much, you guys, super chats, thank you. Yes. So anyway, it's really cool. I never knew that it was two women who got this movie made. And it really is a woman's story told from a woman's perspective. And it was pretty rare at that time. You know what I mean? That it was like Top Gun and like super macho movies. That's what was being made. So this is actually kind of revolutionary and progressive. And I think that that's what I noticed about Dirty Dancing. When I watch it as an adult, it's so much more than what I thought it was when I was a kid. You know what I mean? It covers so many issues. It talks about class structure and gender issues, women's issues, and it's combined with a really entertaining love story. So that makes it really palatable and fun and exciting. And it's just like the perfect little burrito of a movie. It's just jam-packed. It's so good, and it's not a rom-com, obviously. It's definitely a dramatic romance or a romantic drama. And it's pretty heavy. Like, it really is. The issues that they talk about in this movie that are broached are like pretty intense and pretty dark. So I feel like it's a great combination of all the things. Okay, what did I miss? I missed a troll, okay. Let's see, Laura, love it, hashtag burrito movie. Absolutely. Oh, someone else came up with that. Jessica, thank you. Hashtag burrito movie. Let's see. I'm just scrolling up. Audra at home, I like the story behind the movie, but I kind of hate the movie. Don't hurt me, y'all. Okay, guys, don't hurt Audra, okay? I know you want to, but just refrain. No, I think that, like, honestly, I feel like it's kind of gotten a bad rap. Even when I was listening to that podcast, it was two men and a woman talking about it. And I think it's kind of seen as, like, you know, a chick flick to this day, but it's really not. It's such a good story about class structure, and we're gonna talk about that in a little bit, but let's see. Okay, wow. I mean, you know, let me just scroll up here. I think I've missed some things. Michelle Corville, Dirty Dancing in the 80s was seen like Elvis's pelvic thrust in the 60s, evolutionary. Yes, that is so true. That is so true. Actually, that was a point that was made when I was listening to Junk Food Cinema. It was like, oh my gosh, you know, these men, these dancers are just thrusting their pelvis about, and all of our daughters are going to be pregnant. What are we going to do? It's 1963. So that should also be stated that this is, oh, is Michelle Wong here? Damn. Michelle Wong, I'm in the car just listening. Okay, Michelle, thanks for being here. Yeah, but basically it was evolutionary and revolutionary. And let's see, 1963, that's when it was set. It was made in 1987. So it's got this crazy mix of 60s and 80s, which is kind of weird when you look at it. And then also you just accept it because it's like, well, it just worked. You know what I mean? Like, I bought it hook, line, and sinker. They just made it work. Real Lee, Real Beauty. The part where Baby and her dad are talking on the veranda always gets me choked up. I know I let you down, Daddy, but you let me down too. Ugh, so good. So freaking good. I just gave myself a chill. No, I mean, I'm literally just like it's such a great story. It really is kind of a story about Baby and her dad too, which is what I love. Like, it's a coming of age story. It's a story about she loves her dad so much, but like, he has all these ideas of what he wants her to be. And she realizes when she has all these experiences with the staff at Kellerman's that, you know, it's not all about, you know, becoming like, going to the Peace Corps and marrying someone from Harvard or marrying a doctor or whatever. I love the message. And I think that's another thing that is so gross in the very beginning of the movie. When, you know, Baby she's kind of peeking into the dining room and she's seeing this talk that Max Kellerman, who owns the resort, is giving the waitstaff, who's all men. And they're these very groomed, you know, guys who are going off to Ivy League schools, and this is just their summer job. And he's saying, I don't care if the girls of the families are dogs. You need to wine them and dine them or whatever, romance them, do whatever you need to do to get to the bottom line, essentially, to help the resort be successful. And then the entertainment staff comes in like, you know, too cool for school, and, you know, wrong side of the tracks, led by Johnny. And they're sort of treated opposite. They're like, don't you dare, you know, just you dance with the girls and you're done, you know. And it's really interesting, like, how the entertainment staff is they're treated so badly. And these guys who are the wait staff are, you know, what all these people want their daughters to marry. And I didn't ever really realize that dynamic until I rewatched it as an adult. Okay. Cece, nobody puts Cate in a corner. Girl, thank you. Thank you. I've actually always wanted someone to say that to me. So thank you so much. Cheers. Maybe every time someone, I have an idea. You don't have to do it, but just an idea. Every time someone sends me a super chat, that person who's sending the super chat, send me a quote from Dirty Dancing and I'll imitate it. Is that dumb? I don't know. Could be fun. Just saying. Okay. Nope, but you don't have to send me a super chat. You can also just send it in the comments and I'll do it anyway. But like, I'll like really give my heart and soul if you send in a super chat. So, okay. So, Shay Chrislock, I haven't watched the movie in years. I'm going to watch it tomorrow night. Yes, 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 Shay, do it, girl. Shay, wait, yes, Shay, sorry. I feel like Shay is maybe a unisex name. Natalie Valentina, the entertainment staff is multicultural and when wait staff is, oh, I think she's responding to someone else. Okay, let me be more thoughtful about, I'm just coming into conversations just out of nowhere. Let's see. Jessica, yeah, and no one is ever good enough for dads. That's very true. That's very true. Let's talk about the cast. The cast was just a fantastic all-star cast. It was Jennifer Grey as Baby, Patrick Swayze as Johnny Castle, quite possibly one of the best names / stripper names for a character I've ever heard, but I'm not mad about it. Jerry Orbach, who played Baby's dad, and Cynthia Rhodes, who played Penny. Also, Newman, can't remember his name, was the embarrassing comic they hired for the summer to basically be like, I don't know, the master of ceremonies or whatever for the resort. And yeah, I think those are all the probably most famous people associated with the movie. And the story of getting this movie together is insane. Like it had so many issues. And it felt like it succeeded truly against all odds. Like I can't even believe this got made. It was super low budget. It was a budget of $4 million, which was like pennies for a movie in that day. And it was like, they got like 42 rejection letters. People were just like, this is trash. What is this? We don't care. This is dumb. Why is it called Dirty Dancing? Even Patrick Swayze thought that sounded like, some sort of a weird sex movie. But this really small kind of busted studio took it on and it got made. But people were basically afraid of like telling a woman's story. I mean, that's really what it came down to. And so that's another part of why I just love this movie, because not only is the movie great in and of itself, but the story of how it got made is so triumphant. I love it. Shout it from the rooftops. Seriously, if you guys haven't watched Dirty Dancing recently, just go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. It's so, so good. I'm missing some good comments. I can feel it. Kelly, this movie has so many social layers. It was made in the late 80s when debutante culture was falling out of fashion and second wave feminism was waning. It was the beginning of women's narrative cinema. Wow. Wow, Kelly, that is such a great, that's so well said. So well said. And I think that that's the thing, like people don't give Dirty Dancing enough credit. Because there was a lot going on and there was a lot being said. Allie, $5 super chat. Oh my God. That's a little of Lisa's hula hana, motions included if you want. I actually thought about that today. I was like, if I ever had to do that, could I? No, because she wrote that herself. Did you know that? And that was actually one of my talking points. I hated her in this movie. Like, especially growing up, I was like, ugh. But now as an adult, I'm like, slow clap for Lisa. Because honestly, she does such an incredible job at being hateful. Like, she's brilliant. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm not going to sing that song. And here's the reason why. One, I don't know the words. Two, it takes a great talent to sing that badly. You know what I mean? Like, she's off pitch. Her voice is cracking. but she's so convincing at being busted. It is like, honestly, it's one of the best moments of the movie. I just think she's fantastic. I'm sorry, Allie, I failed. I didn't even know it was called Hula Hana. See, what would I have even done? Where would I have begun? Catherine Jones, the director's cut version includes lost scenes. You must watch it. The scenes surprise you throughout the whole movie. Oh, that sounds so fun. Okay. I'm sorry that I couldn't sing the Hawaiian song. I could try, but it could be one of those moments that I regret. So I'm not drunk enough yet, guys. Maybe toward the end. So this at the time was the highest grossing independent movie ever made. Now, have you ever thought of Dirty Dancing as an independent movie? No, I definitely have not. Better Off Red says, does anyone else remember the episode of Oprah featuring Dirty Dancing? My mom was like, what are you watching, child? I don't remember that at all. So yeah, highest grossing independent movie ever made. And Patrick Swayze, actually, when they came across his resume, they were of course looking for someone who was an excellent dancer. He had no dancing on his resume. Reason being, he had a knee injury. He's an amazing dancer. He started out as a dancer, became a professional dancer. His mom's was one of the most famous dance instructors in Texas. He performed at the Joffrey. He's like a big freaking deal. But he had this knee injury, and he also wanted to be taken seriously as an actor. So they had to find out he was a dancer, basically because the director had worked in the dance world. And he was like, oh my gosh, no, his resume says he's not a dancer, but he's really well known, and he's this mind-blowing dancer. And so that's kind of how that all came about. And the screenwriter, Eleanor Bernstein, she really, really wanted a Johnny Castle with hooded eyes. So they went through all these pictures of men's eyes, and his eyes won. I mean, his eyes do win, let's be honest. Let's see. Sarah Kleinsmith is here. My friend Sarah Kleinsmith. Side note, the choreographer also choreographed the Newsies movie. Kenny Ortega. Yes, I'm sorry. I should have mentioned the choreographer. Huge deal. Kenny Ortega is a big freaking deal. Also, I want to mention Sarah Kleinsmith, who just, had that comment. She is not only one of my good friends, she has an incredible blog that I posted about on my Instagram stories. But if you guys have kids, know anyone who has kids, have parents, so basically if you're just a person who's living and breathing, you have to go read this blog. I don't have children. That's probably not something that's ever going to happen to me. However, I love reading her blog because it just, I have parents, you know what I mean? I know what it's like to grow up, and it's just brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm not doing a good job of explaining it, Sarah. Please, when this video renders, it's called Dear Andy, and it's letters to her son, and it's for everyone. It's so good. I will link it in the description box as soon as this video renders. Please go look up Dear Andy. If you have grandchildren, just do it. Just freaking do it. It's amazing. Okay, so back to Dirty Dancing. Wow, so many things. Billy Zane was the serious contender for Johnny Castle. And that's another reason you have to watch this documentary, because they have, video footage from the screen test of Billy Zane dancing with Jennifer Grey, and it is quite possibly one of the most just cringy, horrific things I have ever seen. I think the screenwriter Eleanor Bernstein was it was he had just learned how to dance for his bar mitzvah. It was just appalling. So basically Billy Zane was being looked at for Johnny, and Sarah Jessica Parker was being looked at for the role of Baby. And And as fate would have it, Jennifer Grey, she walked in the room and she just like nailed it. They're like, this is baby. She's perfect. And she is. She's so good. She's so awkward. She's so awkward. I carried a watermelon. I mean, one of the best lines ever. She delivers it so convincingly and so well. Like, I just related so much to baby as an adolescent. I'm like, oh my God, just being so nervous in front of a handsome guy and just not knowing what to say but trying to say something. Anyway, I just think she's so genuine. I think she does a fantastic job in that role. And so anyway, she and Patrick Swayze did not get along because they did Red Dawn together. I haven't seen Red Dawn. Hold on, I have to take a drink. And no matter where I looked, I couldn't find any information on what happened during Red Dawn. I'm like, what happened during Red Dawn? Why do they hate each other? There is no information. But apparently they hated each other, or not hated each other, but just like weren't fans of each other from Red Dawn. And Jennifer Grey just didn't want to work with Patrick Swayze. She was like, nope, don't want to do it. And then they did these screen tests and the chemistry was like through the roof. Even though they were kind of picking on each other and annoyed with each other, it translated, this chemistry just translated through the screen and it really worked. So anyway, that I was horrified when I learned that they initially didn't like each other. I was like, what do you mean? Baby and Johnny. Also, it should be noted that Jennifer Grey, let me get this right. Patrick Swayze was 26. No, sorry, no, take it back. Back it up. Jennifer Grey was 26 in life, and she was playing 16-year-old as baby. Patrick Swayze was 34 years old in life and playing 25, which, I mean, he looks great. But Patrick, you're young-ish. No, he looks amazing. I feel like Patrick Swayze is one of those people who just always looked like 33. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I mean, he looked great always. Also, just, we could just make this whole thing about Patrick Swayze, but we're gonna mix it up. Laura Libner said, isn't it funny how the chemistry looks so hot on screen? Well, and what happened was basically they were just having arguments before every take. And the director took them aside and was like, I want you to sit down and look at the screen test of you and the work you did and how your chemistry just transcends. It's incredible. So they sat and they watched it and they were like, I guess, yes, we were incredible. Let's get it right. So they backed it up. They're like, back it up. We're amazing. We're being assholes. And we just need to do this right. We need to honor, the initial way that we did this. So I think they got their shit together is what I'm trying to say. They got it together. Let's see. Cece said, Kate, I've never seen you like this, gushy gush. Well, thank you, Cece, but that makes me feel like a bitch. Do I seem unkind? No, I know what you're saying. I am super gushy about this. I feel very passionate about Dirty Dancing. Okay, sorry. I want to catch any comments. Oh, Better Off Red said, merch idea. Kate the Great, young-ish. I love it. Actually, that is a really great idea. Oh no, Cece, she's like, no, bitch, so enthusiastic. No, I'm kidding. Actually, you know what? I think maybe I will make merch that says youngish, but now I'm going to have to give Sarah a cut of what I make. That's pretty much my entire life on YouTube. I just owe half of what I make to Sarah. I just walk around with this like huge, just like weight on my shoulders, like, oh God, I should send Sarah more money or any at all. Oh, I didn't tell you what I was drinking. And Tyler too. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you for adding to the weight of my life. I appreciate that. This is Drawbridge Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm very passionate about this because I think I've almost bought every bottle they have in the store I go to. 2018 from California. Pairs so well with just like delicious meats and cheeses. It's so smooth. Also, note how cute the bottle is. It's great. It's really great. I'm gonna pour myself some more. I do need to take this mask off. This is the perfect opportunity because I think that my skin's gonna dry out if I don't. So, hold on. I have literally like old school bowl of water here. Like it's like 1902. But you know, I'm gonna do this right in front of you. Jennifer Kleinrock. Hi, Kate. What is your favorite drink? In all caps. She really wants to know. Girl, my favorite drink is a dirty gin martini. That is absolutely my favorite drink. And then probably second, just red wine. Just a Tempranillo, a Cabernet Sauvignon, maybe a sensible Merlot, much to Paul Giamatti's disdain. Horror. Okay. So that mask is off now. Next, I'm gonna do a hydrating mask. This is my favorite thing to do. I do a, this is a treat show self moment. No one's talking about any mask that they're doing. No one's doing masks but me, guys. It's like, I feel like I just came to a Halloween party that I threw and I'm the only one dressed up. And I feel like a loser. Okay, so this is the Pharmacy Honey Potion. Which is also, these are like OG, the best masks I own. I have repurchased both of them at least 3 times, if not more. This honey mask, I will just keep on till the end of time. Because, you know, I'm trying to not be as young-ish. Let's see how many times I can dig that in. How many got, is it gonna get old? It's gonna get old, isn't it? I don't care. I don't care. Okay. All right. I love this mask. If you don't know what this mask is, you need to go and get it, like immediately. I'm gonna list everything down below once this renders, but like this mask is, it heats up when you put it on your face. It's hydrating, it's cell renewing. It literally smells and feels like honey because it is actually honey. It's incredible. Okay, great, now that's on. Let's move on to more. The night we met, I knew I needed you so. And if gung, 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 so good. I did that out of order, but I just really, was that Darlene Love? Can't remember. Okay, so I know that heartbeat, Better Off Red, the heartbeat, gung, 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 so good. I mean, that opening, talk about nailing an opening. Wow, wow. Jill Goats, I've always thought you were a master with blush. Now I know you naturally have beautiful blush cheeks. Aw, you just cleaned off the first mask and your cheeks were a gorgeous blush. Hashtag goals. Thank you, Jill. Well, you too can have naturally blushed cheeks if you leave on a mask that long and then like take it off with like a warm towel. Girl, you'll have blush cheeks too. Sherry Thomas, it was the Ronettes. The Ronettes. Yes, thank you so much. Sorry. Thank you for the correction. Wait, but was Darlene Love a part of the... I just thought that was Darlene Love. I don't know why. So while we're on this topic, let's talk about the songs. Okay, so 3 massive hits came out of Dirty Dancing. They were, I'm sure you know them, She's Like the Wind, that Patrick Swayze co-wrote for another movie. Sorry, I'm trying to... Okay, so 3 major pop singles. I've Had the Time of My Life, She's Like the Wind, co-written by Patrick Swayze, and Hungry Eyes, which to this day is one of my absolute favorite songs I have ever heard. That montage of Hungry Eyes, get out of town. Like when it's so sort of strangely, conflictingly sexy when like baby's in between Penny and Johnny and they're dancing together and they both have their hands on her. It's like, I'm having feelings. I mean, threesome, but maybe not. I don't know, but I'm into it. Hungry Eyes. Hungry eyes. Wanna get you and I can't escape. So good. I promise you I'm not drunk. So it's such a good song. Jennifer Kleinrock. I love at the end when Patrick sings to baby and makes this face. Well, I can't see your face, Jennifer. So, did you include an emoji? Okay, well, I don't know what face you're talking about, but whatever it was, I'm sure it was fantastic. Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. He's like, they're dancing at the end. It's I've Had the Time of My Life. And he's like lip syncing to Bill Medley. And he's like, he does this. Wow. Guys, my impressions of this movie are going to go down in history. Okay. The nose scrunch. That's what it is. He scrunches his nose and he like lip syncs it to her. It's so cute. It's so, so cute. I'm just going back up to see what I missed. Okay, so we're gonna move on to some more trivia. So did you know that this is supposed to be a Catskills resort, but they couldn't afford to just rent out a resort during the summer because that was a fortune. So they rented out, I have the name of it here. It's called the the Mountain Lake Lodge. And so that's where they did a lot of filming, and the leaves were just starting to turn, which is not great because it was supposed to be summertime. So they actually had a dude spray paint the leaves green. Imagine that job. You were that person. That person should write a book or do a live stream about it because I think that would be fascinating. Yes, it was partially filmed in Virginia, partially in some other southern state that I had a note of and now I can't find it. But anyway, the sad part of the lake. So that's where they filmed that scene where they're in the lake and he's like lifting her. The song leading up to it is, which I hate. This song is This Overload. You know what I mean? It's like, I can hear your heels clicking on the sidewalk, beating to the rhythm of my heart. What I need, baby, is a little of your sympathy. Like, what is that song? No. But anyway, it's okay because Johnny angrily kicks a post and he shatters his window because the keys are locked in the car, and they ride to the lake where they don't have to deal with any class issues, all the things they have to deal with at the resort, people judging them, people seeing them. That lake, that iconic lake. Amy, girls sing it. Okay, listen, that's not me singing good, okay? So just, Don't know who that man was, and I'm sorry. He sounds great. I didn't do him justice, but so anyway, the lake is dried up is what I'm trying to say. The lake is dried. Oh, right, Eve. Eve's got all the quotes, I feel like. I love when she's in the car, right? And they're going to the lake and she's like, "You're wild." And he's like, "What?" And she's like, "You're wild." It's so cute. God, there's so many good lines. You know what? Even if a line wasn't good, those people made it good. Like the acting was truly, I don't care if this is an unpopular opinion or not. In fact, if you disagree with me, you're wrong. Okay? They were incredible. Both of them were so genuine. I believed every second of that movie that those people were exactly who they were portraying. Patrick Swayze was so, oh my gosh, Better Off Red said, "We say you're wild nearly every day." Oh my God, I had no idea. They're so genuine. It's so real. I just have only good things to say about Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze. And that lake, it's really sad. If you watch that documentary, it's completely dried up. It's just a field. And they had set these little cement, like a little cement platform in the lake for them to do the lift. And it's still there. It's just sadly in this like hideous dry field with just the cement blocks. It's very ghostly and sad, especially with the death of Patrick Swayze. It's like literally at the end of this documentary, I was just shambles McGee, it is so sad. What am I missing? What's the name of the documentary? Oh my God. Okay, the documentary, I will list it below when this video does its thing and renders, but it is called The Movies That Made Us. And they do 4 different episodes. One of them is on Dirty Dancing, one is on Die Hard, one is on Home Alone, one is on, I can't remember. So go watch it. Let's see. I'm just scrolling up. Okay, moving on to more trivia. So the scene where they're crawling on the dance floor and Sylvia, yes, Mickey, how you call your lover boy? Come here, lover boy. And if he doesn't answer, oh, lover boy. And if he still doesn't answer, I simply say, baby, oh, baby, my sweet baby, you're the one. Okay, so that scene, that was not scripted. Like that was them warming up for the scene. And her and Patrick Swayze just started playing with each other, like playing around and just being silly. And they have it on camera and it just became a part of the movie, which is brilliant. Another scene that is the same thing, which is like, round of applause, it's in the Hungry Eyes montage where she's, it's like the movie poster where she's like trying to be sexy and she has her arm around him and he's, taking his hand and she's ticklish. So she starts giggling. That was totally not supposed to happen. It had been a long day. She was exhausted and she couldn't keep it together and she was super ticklish. And he was legitimately frustrated. Like you can see in his eyes, he's like, and they keep doing it and she can't hold together. All of those, that's real. Like they weren't trying to act out a scene. It was just really what was happening in the moment and he wanted to kill her. I just think it's adorable. Filmmaking magic. Okay. I'm just seeing what I missed. Okay. Oh, Tyler said the other movie that is a part of that documentary series is Ghostbusters. Yes. The reason I forgot is because I don't care as much about Ghostbusters. Don't come for me. It's fine. I don't hate it. It's fine. I know. Tyler's so upset. He's like, how dare you? I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was young and it was a boy movie and I was super girly and I just wasn't, just don't get me started. Okay. Epic Theory said cleanse already. There's always one demand in a live stream, isn't there? The person who asked me, like, demanded that I cough into my elbow, the person who demands that I breathe, or the person who apparently is demanding that I cleanse already. Well, you know what? I think I won't. I think I'll leave this on for the next 3 hours and it'll burn my face off. How do you like that? I think I actually will. So going back to my notes. I wish you could see them. They're so long. It's like a book report. Okay, so this is interesting. The actress who was originally cast to play Baby's mom got sick, like in the first week of filming. And so they replaced her with Kelly Bishop, who is her mom, that was her role in the movie. She was Baby's mom. Kelly Bishop, who plays Baby's mom in the movie, was already cast to play Bungalow Bunny, who's Vivian Pressman, who's like, you know, the kind of cougarish woman who's like trying to get with all the hot staff. And she, who played Bungalow Bunny, are you with me here? It's a little confusing. But anyway, the woman who ended up playing Bungalow Bunny was actually the assistant choreographer. And she was great. They're all great. Interestingly enough, Vivian Pressman, the Bungalow Bunny, has more lines than the mom, which I'm a little bit like, all right. The best line the mom has is, I think she gets this from me, which apparently wasn't written in the script. It was this like joke between her and Jerry Orbach because they both did, I forget which Broadway musical it was, but they both did this like super famous Broadway musical together. And so that was sort of like her joke, like, because they're both Broadway stars. Clearly they can sing, they can dance, they can act, they can do it all. Jerry Orbach, let's talk about it. He's absolutely incredible. I feel like not only was this movie a story about Johnny and Baby, I'm just now seeing like almost like a sweaty mustache here. Are you enjoying that? Sorry, I'm getting distracted by comments. Anyway, it was really a story about her relationship with her dad and how that changed. And the guy who played Robbie, like the really douchey waiter who is the person who impregnates Penny and leaves her high and dry, and he's just an asshole. He OD'd on heroin. I didn't even know that. I looked it up. It was very sad at a very young age. But I just feel like everyone was perfectly cast in this movie. Just perfect casting. Not one person did I question. I mean, the guy who plays Neil, like the super just dweeby, annoying, condescending, just ugh. He's like I think he's the nephew of the guy who owns a resort. He's Max Kellerman's relation somehow. Oh, he's just cringy, and he's so good at it. He's so good at being that guy who thinks he's so cool, but he's just so douchey. Let's see. Patrick Swayze actually hated the line, "Nobody puts baby in a corner." Like, he hated it. He thought it was a terrible line. I just have to say, maybe not like the best line. I get it. But like, it's just, but it's so good though. It's so good. He does it so well. Okay, I'm sorry, but this like sweaty mustache is just like, it's killing my soul. We'd have to, yeah, that's better. That looks better. So much better. Anyway, he hated the line, but he killed it. I mean, that's pretty much the end of that story. What didn't he kill? Bonnie Zinn, that came out wrong. Oh my goodness, Bonnie Zinn having so much fun here. Sorry, it's in Canadian, girl. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. Thank you so much, Bonnie. That's super sweet. Oh yeah. Georgia just gave me a quote. This is after the Sylvia, yes, Mickey, that whole scene, and then Neil interrupts them, and like it's literally like a record like scratching and stopping. And you know, there I guess Neil's telling Patrick Swayze what he should do for the final show or whatever. And Patrick Swayze has all these ideas. He wants to do something like, you know, different, and Neil's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, you're getting ahead of yourself." And then yeah, yeah, that's the line. Neil's like, "I was just thinking the pachanga." And Patrick Swayze's like, "Sure, Neil, no problem. We can end the season with the pachanga." And then Neil just delivers that just little annoying shithead line where he's like, he's seen, what does he say? He's like, "Well, he's difficult, but the ladies seem to like him. Make sure he gives you," what the hell's the line? Oh my God, I'm failing. He's like, "Make sure he gives you what you paid for, kid," or whatever. Ugh, he's the worst. I'm not doing it justice, but he's just horrible. Okay. I didn't do Neil justice. I'm sorry, person who played Neil, you nailed it. But I also hate you, but you did your job, so thank you. Lisa is saying, can we talk about Jennifer Grey's plastic surgery? I mean, we can. The only thing I have to say about that is that it changed her look. And that, I mean, we all know that. That's what's important. I don't really care that she had it done. It means nothing to me, but it changed her face. And that was really unfortunate for her. So that sucks. Renee's leaving. Good night, Renee. Time for this youngish, oldish woman to get ready for bed. Nice. What else do I want to say in my last few minutes here about Dirty Dancing? I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about, good night, Lauren. Good night. The entertainment staff, because well, you know what? While I'm doing this, I'm gonna take my mask off, because whoever demanded that I cleanse my face should be really damn happy right now. Are you happy? I'm cleansing my face. So yeah, being an entertainment staff, I feel like it really is such a great depiction. I mean, I was never like, I can dance. I'm not a dancer like that, but a lot of my friends are. A lot of my friends are like incredible professional dancers. Regardless of what you are, I will say dancers get treated the worst out of everyone. Singers, actors, they do the most work, and they get paid the least, and they do the most work. And I just feel like the movie resonates so much with me. I'm gonna put on some stuff while I'm talking to you. It really resonates with me because I'm a performer, and it reminds me a lot of like working for Summer Stock. I mean, I'm putting on a vitamin C serum right now. This is the Pineapple Bright Serum from Glow Recipe. It's just tough. Like, you know, those waiters, the douchey Ivy League waiters are all doing it as like this fun side gig. And the difference between them and the performance staff is the performance staff, like, this is their life. Like, you know, the whole reason that, you know, Baby goes, basically she takes over for Penny so that Penny can have an abortion, because Johnny and Penny can't afford to lose their gigs for the next summer. And not only are they the dancers, they're doing classes, and Penny's teaching women how to put wigs on. It's just like the amount of work for the amount of pay that performers deal with is just, it's crazy. And I'm not going to say it's exactly the same, but I'm going to say it's not far off to this day. So it really resonates with me. And I think people look at performers as it's such a glamorous thing to do, and they're beautiful and they're talented, but kind of sucks. I'm really trying to find a better way to say that, but I can't. But you know what? When you're actually getting to perform, it's great. It's really great. You know, that scene when Cynthia Rhodes and Patrick Swayze are like showing off in the very beginning and doing what they do, and Neil is like, oh, they shouldn't be showing off like that. That's not gonna sell classes. I'm like, it's not? That's literally what's gonna sell classes. Like, everyone looks at them, they're like, I wanna dance like that, you know? And it's just this, I don't know, it's just a terrible dynamic that no one understands unless you've worked some horrible, busted summer stock job somewhere in the Catskills. Let's see. I'm gonna wrap this up soon, but I'm just gonna look at some of the comments here. Okay. Great. Okay, we're just talking about Jennifer Gray's plastic surgery. What is summer stock, Momo Kitty? Summer stock is theater that's done in the summertime. I don't know. Someone explain summer stock. I'm drunk. I just never had to explain summer. Just always known about summer stock because I started performing at 12. So it's just always been I've never had to put it into words. Deborah Carlston. Oh my God, Jennifer Sanders, former dancer here who is feeling this to the core. Literally, Jennifer just sent me, girl, you just sent me $100. Holy shit. Wow. Well, I'm sweating now. I'm sweating bullets. Jennifer, that is so kind. Beyond kind. That's like crazy. I just had to say that thing about, dancers. Just, I think I kind of already said it, but like, people have no idea how shit-tastic it is to be a performer, but specifically a dancer. And I can kind of speak to, I can completely speak to it. When I was working on cruise ships, it's a very similar job. Like, the dancers do so much work and it's so technical and they're killing their bodies. And, you know, meanwhile, I'm not gonna lie, I've had some princess tracks and I've been like over in the corner, like B. Arthur with like a martini and a cigarette, like, you know, with like the diva character role. So I'm not doing any of that work. I'm watching these people sweat their asses off and make probably close to half of what I'm making. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. But I'll tell you what, girl, that $100 will stay in my soul forever. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay, what a way to end the night. That's good because I was starting to feel like really negative about what I said about performers. No, I'm kidding. I actually don't feel bad at all because people need to know. People need to know that it's a hard knock life. There's no money in theater. P.S. Okay. Well, I have to tell you this. Last couple of things. Did you know that Dr. Ruth was supposed to play Mrs. Schumacher, who's like the little old lady who's stealing the wallet, and they try to blame Johnny for it, but Dr. Ruth was supposed to play that role, and she turned it down because she didn't like how it would seem. Like, she didn't like the fact that she would be viewed as playing a thief. I really don't understand. Like, there are a lot. That's like, she was very concerned about that. I feel like that would be kind of like a fun, juicy role for Dr. Ruth, but she was like, no, I can't be seen in that light. I don't really get it. Anyway, Joel Grey was supposed to play Mr. Schumacher. Joel Grey is Jennifer Gray's dad, who's also a Broadway legend. Um, and okay, I just have to get these. If I miss one of these important points, I'm going to be very upset. So hold on. Um, this is interesting. Eleanor Bergstein, who was the screenwriter, like the literal creator of this movie, she said that she characterized the movie as a Jewish movie. And she said, it's a Jewish movie, quote, if you know what you're looking at. And that's another thing I didn't fully realize, but like when you watch it as an adult, it's very like the Catskills, it's a thing. It's upstate New York. Did I make that up? I get really nervous about geography. It's upstate New York. Is it Massachusetts? I'm starting to question myself. Okay, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It's the East Coast, and it's this very specific vibe, and it really sort of like, I think, you know, helped to create that like stressful dynamic between the expectations of like what parents had for their children. Anyway, I can't speak to the Jewish experience. However, I did think it was interesting that the creator of the movie said that. Also, side note, this is a little dark, but Penny, who also, they never say the word abortion in the movie once. But it's such a heavy part of the movie. Like, it's such a big plot point. And they actually, you know, they were tailoring this movie to 14-year-olds. That was the audience. And Clearasil was the sponsor. And Clearasil basically said, we want you to take the whole abortion plotline out of this movie, or we're not going to sponsor your movie. And Eleanor was like, well, then that's ridiculous. Like, the movie won't exist because like none of these things would have happened if Penny wasn't in this position. Baby would never, you know, have, you know, fallen in love with Johnny, and there wouldn't be a need for someone to replace Penny and all this stuff. So she was like, nah, dog. And the movie got made the way it should have been made, which is the movie that we know today, which we all know and love. But good try, Clearasil. Psych. Okay, I mean, I could probably do 2 hours on this, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I think we're going to wrap it up. But I will say, no, this is how we're going to wrap it up. We're going to talk about the last dance sequence. When Johnny jumps off the stage and it's like, hey, baby, and then he jumps off the stage and he looks back and his sweaty hair like flips over his head, and he looks back at Jennifer Grey and she like laughs with her whole body, and just like this just free laugh on stage, and she's so happy. And then he like, you know, does all these knee spins, and then he's walking to, oh my God, so excited. He's walking to the back and he's gonna go get the rest of the dancers, and they're like dying about it. And then they do that like sexy dance, like, did you like my sexy dance? Like down the aisle, like going toward her. It is so, like, it is chills. It is hashtag chills. I want you to look at the woman on the right. She's right beside Patrick Swayze. She's just a dancer. She doesn't have a role. And she is giving you just like all the face and just like hair and face and like all of it. And I am living for her. All of it. They're imperfect. They're in sync. It's just so sexy and so exciting. I can barely stand it. And oh, Sarah said, I'm pretty sure she's Latina. Well, she looks great, and she is freaking killing it, like just flipping her short pixie cut around and just like putting her hand through her hair. I'm into it. She's also chewing gum, because I'm that crazy person who's like paused it and been like, boop. And she's full on just like casually like a pink lady just chewing gum with like a pencil skirt on, just like going up the aisle. I can't believe that I just ended this entire talk about Dirty Dancing talking about this random dancer who didn't even have a role. but she's killing it, and it needs to be said. Um, Eve, I need to watch that scene in the morning because I'm getting too excited before bed. It's exciting. Watch it now. Watch it now. Sarah Kleinsmith, yes, she gives no fucks with her gum. It's true. It's just she's nailing it. And I'm really glad that she's getting the accolades that she deserves on this live stream. I hope she's around, and does someone have a connection? Does anyone know her? Let her know. Let her know that we love her. Anyway, I think that's all we have to say. That's where I need to end it, because I'm way too excited about The Last Dance. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it because I love it. Another thing I always forget to tell you guys, if you would be so inclined, please give this video a like, because it helps my engagement. I don't know if you know, but like engagement is like super important on social media. So like I really would like love it if you do that. But really though, if you wouldn't mind doing that, I appreciate it. And watch Dirty Dancing. And if you don't like that movie, you're wrong. Okay? You're wrong. It's okay to be wrong. Sometimes we're all wrong. You're just wrong about this. But I love you. And that's all I have to say about that. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you like this, because I love skincare. I love movies. I love mixing up my content. So let me know if you like these like movie night chats, like self-care nights. And okay, well, great. Cheers to you, my friends. Good night.